happiness has to come within.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not just based off materialistic things. Like, just because you have a woman at home and you bringing in bread, or you giving her flowers, or you just bought her a brand new BMW, that doesn't meet the emotional and spiritual and whatever else.
That apply.
Exactly. Requirement. So you know what I'm saying? I just feel like women hold men to a certain level because of everything that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? And they're supposed to hold themselves up to that level as well, and they don't.
Yeah. What up, my kings and queens? It's your girl T. Welcome back to my channel. How you doing? How you feeling? I hope blessed. Alright, so listen, I have a great topic today. And before we get into that topic, as you can see, we have a panel. Okay, this is a huge panel. I will be linking everybody's social media websites down below in my bio, so you'll be able to go see what they're about. Some are entrepreneurs, some have their famous Instagram pages and they out here just modeling. I don't know, okay? But if you want to just check them out, if you like what you're hearing and you just want to get some feedback from everybody, or you just have questions, or you want us to go in depth, please comment below in my my channel. And also, you can send me messages on my Gmail at uniquelyu32@gmail. Cool. So we're going to introduce everybody, and then we're going to get right into this topic. So,
hello, I'm Tiny.
I am Toy.
I'm Jay.
I'm Naja.
Kia.
alright. So again, I will have their social medias and websites linked down below in my bio. So let's get into this topic. We are going to be talking about, do black women respect black men? Alright. So before we do this, I have a quote. And the quote is, when black women tear down black men, they destroy their protection. When black men tear down black women, they destroy their support. We exist codependently. There is no one without the other. Period.
I like that.
So,
Show over.
That's it. You just solved
Killed the
it.
whole thing right there. One sentence.
so we're going to go ahead and go into the topic. I do have some feedback from 2 viewers. They actually requested this, and I've been holding on to this, and they gave me a man and a woman's point of view, but I'll get into that shortly. I want to get everybody else's point of view first. So who wants to go?
Pass the mic.
Well,
Pass the mic.
can you read the question again, please?
Do black women respect black men?
On a certain level.
What do you mean? Hold the mic up.
Like, it depends on, to me, depends on what level. Like, for, do they respect men? For relationship-wise and, you know, the fairy tale dream, yes. But in reality, for actually respecting men, as in seeing where a man coming from,
Yeah.
no. Why? Because male and female, it would never be an understanding. That's in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It always levels to it. Yeah, you come to agreement, but it's always still going to be a difference of understanding.
Okay. Force James. Let's get into it.
You ready for this? What is the drum rolls for?
Because we already know.
Right.
What?
Let's go on and get it.
Okay. I don't think women respect men the way they should.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because it comes from years and years and years, hundreds of years of brainwashing our culture. And the reason why I say that is because back in the day, the women would support the men even though he's getting beat, whatever. Nowadays, if you don't have a certain thing or you say the wrong thing, first of all, men are going through psychological warfare themselves,
Right.
just based off of the system.
Yeah.
And there's no support on that aspect. So another thing is, on a spiritual note, the order I think men are leaders. Not to say women aren't leaders, but men then women are natural supporters of men.
Okay.
They automatically support whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not just to say that they just supposed to be slaves or anything, but they're natural supporters. But right now is creating a society that's not in that order, which is the world order, and we get what we get now. Men trying to be women, women trying to be men, all kinds of stuff, which is confusion, and that all comes from psychological warfare.
Do you feel like that's because of the roles are reversed? Because nowadays, not all, but most women are supporting the household and men are staying at home.
Well, I think the roles are reversed because, I mean, it's like I said when you mentioned it earlier, it's a deep subject.
Yeah.
If you look at the prison system, you see statistically, they go our kings right there.
Right.
Why do you think that is?
I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're there. And that's all strategy that we didn't see coming because we wanted to be like them or we wanted to have. And then that right there distorted the vision of what we're here for in general
Right.
as men and women.
Right.
That's what I think.
Okay. Anybody want to add to
Maybe
it?
that just blew up a whole
Wow.
wasp nest.
Sure did.
Yeah, I know.
I'll let you guys think on it. I'm going to go to my first viewer and then I'll come back. So this is a black man that I'm going through. He did not want to be announced, so he's anonymous. So
I'm
basically,
anonymous too. My name is Bartholomew.
so he said, I believe they do. I just think that they request it back and sometimes we don't show it. It's kind of like a power struggle of respect. Both require respect and want to see who will give in first. So,
I see where he's coming from. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
I think the time or the era that the feminist movement started
Mm-hmm.
is when the black man felt as though what was the question again?
Do black women respect black men?
Is where we lost it.
Yeah.
I want to say it was back in the 60s maybe. Maybe in a little earlier, a little later. When the feminine movement started, the women empowerment, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with women and empowering women or anything like that. But we had that before that movement even started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the black family was at its best in that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when we got most of your government funded facilities,
Mm-hmm.
government funded programs started, is when the black man started to be removed. And I think it's probably around that era too, probably 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
But
which creates a mindset.
it's kind of like it's not like a definite answer for that. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't think if you disrespect me, I'm gonna disrespect you back.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say is the black woman has always been for the black man since day one.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, what you put out is what you get back.
Right.
And it goes back to communication. You have to communicate at all times. However, it's nothing wrong with a black woman being a strong black woman.
Yeah.
But don't be that without your black man. You know what I'm saying? Be that together.
That's the secret.
You know, be that together. Can we be disrespectful? Yeah, and so can the black man.
Yeah.
He can be very respectful and disrespectful. And it started out for me as far as the women being disrespected from the black man is the music industry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To where the black woman was made this just low life.
Right.
You know, with the names we being called, just like, what do we call dudes other than scrubs? I mean, it was probably some other stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel as if a black woman is the main one that is there for the black man. And I think that we can be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, we got their back.
Mm-hmm.
You in prison, we
Always.
there. You in the hospital, we there. You know, I mean, look at who you was raised. Your auntie, your grandmas, all of that.
Yeah.
And some females, but to me, is what you put out is what you get back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have their back, but we can be disrespectful to an extent.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
I think it depends on the woman, but at the same time, we do disrespect men because a lot of times we hold men to this higher standard, this higher expectation,
Yeah.
and they don't always meet that. We were instilled with a lot of stuff in our head, especially growing up. Oh, we don't need a man for this. We don't need a man for that. You can do this by yourself. Da 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 da.
Right.
So we go off of, oh, we don't need no man, and all it does is just pass down to the next generation, to the next generation, to the next generation,
Worse
Yeah.
and worse.
and it gets worse and worse. And we don't have nobody teaching us, no, respect your black man. The man is supposed to be the head of the household.
Right.
You know, so we live up to that and say, oh, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to take care of me.
Right.
But like James said, we do have to support the black man in doing it also.
I feel that.
I just lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm picking up where you, because I saw you was thinking. I feel that
It was going, but yeah.
when most of the time the ones that are putting down black men are the single mothers because they're bitter. Not all, but some of them are bitter about the situation that happened. Not saying all. That's why I said not all. But some are bitter
I
about
know
the
baby mama. Man, let's put it out there. Anybody to watch
Some
it.
are bitter about the situation because either the man or the woman was not mature enough in that situation to handle that relationship at the time. And now they feel that, okay, now I've upgraded to a better person, or I've upgraded my lifestyle and now I'm holding myself on a higher standard because I know I can do it without a man. Which puts any black man that decides they want to come into their life at a disadvantage because you still got this bitterness and holding on to things, and you're bringing it down to your children because now all they see is my mom was single, she raised us, she had multiple jobs, we got anything that we wanted, but at the same time she didn't spend a lot of time with us. Now we have to go and find father figures, and that's where a lot of them go to the streets thinking that's going to help, or they go to family members that ain't right and they talking and it ain't going in the correct brain cell. So then when they grow up, they're looking at women as she's a good nut, or I can just use her where I need to use her, get financial gain off of her, and then leave her. Because if you look now in this generation, a lot of dudes are deciding they don't even want to work no more. They're trying to find girls that's making 6-figure plus. You keep listening to Kevin Samuels if you want to, okay, keep it up. Girls, most women that have babies do find great successful men, okay? Not everybody's a statistic, but at the same time, I do feel like a lot of women, not all, again, some are holding it over black man's head when a relationship does not work for them, and they're making it seem like they can't respect any black man. But I also have to say, most black men make it hard for black women because they're making them feel like they're not good enough when they go outside their race, and they're like, oh, well, I don't like your look. Okay, what am I supposed to do about my skin color? What am I supposed to do about my hair? These are my roots. What do you want me to do? I cannot get all this surgery and make myself look like you want me to look just to make you happy, because I'm not happy with myself. Now I'm all plastic and you still don't like me. Why? So then she starts to feel like she has to resent black men. It's like a domino effect. Any little thing that's not going to sit right with one person, it's just going to trickle down to the next person, the next person. It's just a revolving door. What's up?
I think we gotta be specific.
On which part?
Yeah, because
we're talking about.
There's a lot we can talk
We're talking
about.
about black women,
Uh-huh.
but I think it's the American black women. Because if
Okay.
you go to another country, their women treat their men like kings.
I don't live in another country.
I'm just letting you know. I mean, I know a lot of people from different countries,
Yeah.
and I know how they're like. The man has to provide, and they go out and provide. But when they come back, it's just like it's is not the way it is in America. Like, I can't even explain it.
But most men that's overseas are beating their women too. So come on.
Well, yeah, and that's one thing that I
I ain't
found.
about to get beat by
that's
nobody.
that's one thing I found out about that as well.
Exactly.
Because
Have multiple wives.
they can actually beat their women in the streets in front of the police,
And they won't get no type
which
of
we
charge.
don't condone.
No,
but
we
at
do
the
not
end of the-
condone domestic violence.
Yeah, we don't
at all.
condone that at all. And that's why, like, certain countries, they love American men because, one, the American men knows it's like we're trained not to even touch a woman because we'll go to jail and you know what I'm saying? But they know that we'll treat them with a whole different respect so they can actually treat us like kings, and then next thing you know, you get the best of both worlds.
But most people are looking at social media and they're holding it above everybody, thinking, okay, I got a rich man and I got this beautiful lifestyle, and this is how.
Yeah, that's
I'm just saying, a
Social
lot of that
media-
has.
a lot of
media-
it came from.
Yeah.
A lot of
Social
it
media is poison.
You, I'm just let because they
I
can't
was
hear you.
just out there. I
No, you
just
can
put it out
agree,
there.
girl.
I agree. Social media is not it.
Social media is poison.
Very.
And it's poison because all it is pride
Mhm.
on the screen.
Yeah. It's very entertaining, but it's not a real
I
lifestyle.
don't
You don't
even-
know what's going on behind
I don't
those
even think
doors.
it's entertaining. I think it's a strategy to brainwash
Mhm.
people.
Oh, to make them try to live a lifestyle they can't afford.
Or not even live a lifestyle. Just like you said, how men or women don't respect men.
Yeah.
Same thing with certain men. They don't respect women. They want to have, they want to have 4 or 5 women in a video. But what do you need 4 or 5 women for that just look like prostitutes? What is that? You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
didn't
just,
know about that.
but I'm just saying.
But I understand what you're saying.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying? But they want to be seen as that, and social media gives you a platform to, first of all, the strategy is so deep, but now that they go with the fads, that fad creates an energy that creates disrespect, that creates, all kinds of different stuff. Just
So
because-
nobody's giving anybody anything to respect.
right.
yeah.
And it's there for everybody to see. Even
That's
little
true.
kids, they get on there. You can't filter out what somebody's about to see.
That's true.
And then they disrespect their parents.
Yeah. Because they have no idea.
Yeah.
The internet is rated open for everybody.
Let me give y'all. This is a black woman, and of course she wants to be anonymous, so I'm going to respect her wishes. She said both parties could stand to respect each other more. I feel that we spend more time blaming each other for things that are not neither the black man or the black woman's fault, but fail to acknowledge that the system we live under puts some of us on obstacles in the way, for us to stand to be divided. So basically what she's saying is the system is making sure we're divided because if a black man and a black woman become one, they know how much of a power couple it could be.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Do black women respect black men? I say yes and no. The reason being is because it depends on the level of respect given from the man to the woman. If you don't respect your woman, how can she respect you? With that being said, like for instance, if you depend on her to be your support system at home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, and you don't have a certain goal or standpoint on what you do outside of your home.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She feels like, okay, I'm taking care of all of this. What are you doing? It's levels in the respect. It's better to play together as a team than to be separate when it comes to respect. A lot of people do go by, okay, you respect me, I respect you. You have to give respect in order to receive respect.
Yeah.
But one thing about the respect thing is there's people that's been mentally traumatized. They don't even know they might be respecting you in their own
They
mind,
just don't know how to deliver it.
but they don't know how to deliver it, and then the disrespect is there just because it ain't received the right way.
Right.
And that's why I say it's deeper because it don't just come from just that person.
Yeah.
It comes from a strategy that like you said, keeps us divided.
Yeah.
And once you have that strategy in place that keeps us divided, where we can't conquer, then you have different attitudes, different emotions, different stuff that stem from that. Then it goes to their kids, then it goes for their kids, and next thing you know, this little kid come up and he thinks that, I give you an example, he thinks that beating women is how you keep them in order. And then the girl thinks that, oh, if he don't beat me, he doesn't like me. And you sitting there thinking that, like, this is retarded. But in their minds, that's what they thinking. So it's deeper than just, you know what I'm saying? I think if you look at the core, then you'll understand that it's something else. That's why God says love, you know, even love your enemy.
Yeah.
Because there's people that are dealing with stuff that you have no idea. You're
Right.
dealing with stuff that you have no idea unless you look at the root of the situation. I think that's my...
Yeah, it can go, but it can go either way. You know,
Yeah.
it's mentally, your mental stability. You know how you were raised, your environment,
Right.
the understanding between you and another person. You know, the way you talk. Because I can say, "Hey, can you pick that up?" And you might think like I'm being rude, but I'm not.
Right.
I'm just like you see it right there. Just pick it up
Right,
for me.
exactly.
It on the perception of what's being said between one another.
You hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head.
My thing is this. When you decide to be in a marriage or relationship, it goes back to knowing who you are.
Yeah.
And it goes back to communicating.
Mhm.
We talk about love language all the time. I do my love language to him, and that's not his love language.
Yeah.
You know, he's just like, I don't want you to clean my car. I don't want you to put gas in my car. I don't want you cleaning my clothes.
Yeah.
I want some cuddle time. I don't want cuddle time. I want to come home and the house is clean. And
Yeah.
go take my car and fill it up. Clean my car. But that's my love language.
Right.
You know, that's why I always say, know thyself first. Before you get into anything, there has to be a discussion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are your pet peeves? What do you like?
Exactly.
You know, how were you raised?
Mhm.
He was raised in a 2-parent home. I was raised in a 1-parent home.
Yeah.
My daddy was around. Was it the best? No. But I had other men that were always there.
Right.
You know, and that's where the respect come from. Like, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to help you as a man.
Yeah.
But once the disrespect come, I can be disrespectful too. And it's not no tit for tat. It's just like, yo, I'm here. 100%. I'm
Right.
helping you. I'm here. But it all boils down to before we get married, I said, I'm putting everything on the table. This is me.
Right.
And I expected the same thing back in return.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to find out little bits and pieces as we're going. Like, tell what makes you mad?
Yeah.
You know, what makes you happy? Do you like red? Do you like purple? Do you like blue?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you want me to respect you. How can I respect you? What are your ways where you think if I say something that is disrespectful? Because like with me, I have a resting bitch face all the time.
Don't all black women?
I just have, and it's just like, well, what's wrong with you? And I'm like,
Nothing. We just be chilling.
I'm thinking about what we gonna eat
That's
all week long,
spooky.
what I'm gonna wear all week long,
Yeah.
how my job is gonna go, and I'm not thinking about nothing
None
that you said or have done or anything in the past.
Right.
I'm just like, you know, but I just think that as women, as just people, you know, communicate, like just talk it out, like especially when you decide to be together. Just what are your expectations of me? How what are ways that you feel are disappointing?
Yeah.
You know, what, if I did this, do you think that's me disappointing you because I was raised this way?
Right.
You know, and like step on a crack, break your mama back. That's what I grew up with. And he was like, well,
That's that old
you
school.
put
right.
you know, I put an apple on my shoulder, you knock that off, you disrespected my mom. It's like, see, two different things.
Exactly.
Two different things. I like fat back. You may not like fat
I
back.
love fat back.
You
Some
know,
collard greens.
You put bacon in collard greens.
like
You
just
put
tell me.
bacon in collard greens.
Like we have conversations all the time. I'm just like, he said, well, I felt like he said, well, I felt that was disrespectful. But I'm like, with me, that's my norm.
Mhm.
And with him, I'm a fixer.
Yeah.
I try to fix everything. He not.
Right.
He's a let's figure it out. Not fixing, but I'm gonna change that because I know you don't like it. And I'm like, well, I know you're gonna try to do it, but I want to fix it.
Right.
I want to fix it now. I don't want to wait till later. Then we right back here again. But I do feel like we can disrespect the black man, but I feel like it goes both ways at times.
I think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of disrespect going on between both of us. That's why. I mean, and by the way, disclaimer: this ain't what I'm saying personally. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we get it.
But there's a lot of disrespect. That's why.
Okay, they don't.
100%. But there's a lot of just by that separation. That's why we behind.
Yeah.
Because I think that women have a power that men don't have.
Yeah.
Men have a power that women don't have. And once we really start to work together, that's when you actually see it come to light. And it ain't about power struggling. It ain't about none of that stuff. It's about you doing your power. And you doing your power.
Right.
According to what I learned in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some things in the Bible where I read, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that. When it was talking about surrender.
Yeah.
It wasn't, or was submission.
Submission.
It wasn't
a lot
just
of people
being
take
a
it out
slave.
of context.
But with submission, what I read was basically a woman is love. She creates that loving environment for the man even when he messes up.
Yeah.
That's the surrender. Or that's a submission to God.
Yeah.
To where he messes up, but she continues to distribute love to him the way God wants, you distribute. And that right there will help him change. That will help him change and give him power. And I know for a fact, and this is personal, when I feel like she's okay, dude, I can go out there and conquer the world. I can go out there and talk to anybody. I don't care. It's going to work. Whatever. I'm going to do this. Who I need to speak to, the CEO, I can speak to him right now.
Right.
Whatever. And come home and be like, yeah, I tried to speak to the CEO and he didn't let me in through the door. Secretary just, called security on me. I'll try tomorrow.
It's something about a black woman being mad. Black men do not want to be nowhere near.
No day.
It's done like, man, she mad. I don't even know why. And we literally could just be waking up. Oh, damn, she in a bad mood. I can see the way her eyes roll. Dang, I got a booger in my eye. I'm trying to get it out.
Thinking about you.
We are. Men say we are more complicated than anything. I don't think so.
I kept hearing from old school, man, woman's always right. I'm like, what the heck is that supposed to mean?
If that's the truth,
I found out.
I am not about to ruin that.
Happy life.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, exactly.
But think about it though. That way of thinking is what is passed down.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we just like, happy, and then not only is it happy wife, happy life, they got all these rules that go along with that, and then the wife is, well, not wife, or the girl or whatever, is just like, I can just, if I'm not happy, nothing's going to be happy.
Why we can't just all
I
be
just
happy?
feel like happy nowadays is just overrated, honestly, because happiness has to come within. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not just based off materialistic things. Like, just because you have a woman at home and you bringing in bread, or you giving her flowers, or you just bought her a brand new BMW, that doesn't meet the emotional and spiritual and whatever else.
That applies.
Exactly. Requirements. So you know what I'm saying? I just feel like women hold men to a certain level because of everything that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? And they're supposed to hold themselves up to that level as well, and they don't.
Yeah. You can't
And it's being
expect
promoted.
a 6-figure guy and you ain't going out there trying to be a 6-figure woman.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, you know what? I ain't gonna try it all. I'm just gonna grab me a bag, because now he's looking at you like, I'm expecting a lot from you at this point. You can't just be laying up in here giving me what I want, because I can get that from anybody. What makes you so different? And then some women are like, you know what? I can't stand black men because they always want something. You gotta provide just like they provide. You ain't gotta do it financially, but they need you. I've always said, the man are the head of the household, but the woman is the neck. She holds the head and the body. Without the neck, you can't do nothing. You gonna be alright, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You ain't gonna be able to eat, move, nothing. Okay? Most men can't even find their damn car keys and they be right in front of them. It's the women that be finding stuff. But that's just me ranting.
The wallet, the phone, everything.
I'm always doing.
But the point of the matter is, when it's all said and done, And I just want to make sure, because I do have some viewers that are not black, I am not attacking any other race. I'm just speaking on this race because I've seen this a lot in our community, and a lot of black people, we're stubborn. So we don't want to talk about these type of topics, and I just feel like if you get it from so many different points of view, you see we got different shades, different sizes. Everybody has a story about this, and everybody is right. Like, everybody didn't say the same exact thing, but everybody was right. And you never know when you're talking to someone how much information can actually help you in the long run. Because some black men do struggle with that. They feel like black women just don't give two F's. And we are the biggest supporters, especially when all of that killing was going on last year. We were supporting. And then black women started getting killed, no support. We were by ourselves. And it just pissed me off because I'm just like, we care so much. Y'all don't see us. We go through a lot. We will go through so much pain and hide it because we do not want you guys going through it. So at the end of the day, I'm not just talking about black men, but this is specifically on them. But I know this can go to all races. At the end of the day, you need to respect each other. If you are married, you need to sit down. You need to have that conversation. And y'all need to just try to make it work and not just respect each other. And don't have any type of toxic relationship, especially in front of kids, that's going to pass it down to generation. Now you got a generational curse, and then somebody's going to have to break it. So right now, we're trying to break all of that. Okay? With that being said, anybody got any last words? Because I'm about to shut this thing off. We good? We Gucci? I think that was great, y'all. So, as I said before, like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Wait, I want to say something.
Well, keep, like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yeah, keep liking, subscribe. I'm going to honestly say, I feel as though I kind of lost respect for black men when it came down to my father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I held him to a higher standard than I should have.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get me wrong, I love my stepdad. Black man, strong man, healthy man, black man. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me look at life differently because growing up, before I had my stepdad, it wasn't hard. Like, we had an easy life. We didn't have everything, but we wasn't struggling.
Yeah.
So I just looked at it like, if my father couldn't love me or accept me or be in my life, what other black man could? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that for like any other race, but just as far as the black man, I just lost respect after that.
Yeah.
But I still give them respect at the same time and the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they do devalue us a lot.
Yeah.
Especially fathers with young girls, because nowadays, when you see these fathers out here with their daughters, it's a totally different ballgame.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like family. It's not nothing. It's, you see my daddy with a different female every other day. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to actually having a family. And that's what females grow up wanting, a family, a man to support everything. It don't even have to be the wife. It has to be the whole household.
Yeah.
Kids, dogs, the outside, grass. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't yours.
Yeah, just anything. But I'm just saying that to say, black men really need to wake up. They really do, because nowadays we all we got. Even with dating interracial couples or having that, you still got to think about it along the line. These folks didn't had our ancestors and they slaves on their farms working for them.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be?
That's a whole nother topic. We
That's a whole other topic. And you got to think about it like with other races. It's just like, why would you not want to be with your own race, knowing that we're fading away slowly, and everybody else is getting on top.
Black
They're
women
getting
is
above
a
us.
target. We are a target.
A target.
We are definitely a target.
You,
in the
it's
medical
so
field,
yes, it's
in
so
the
many
family
missing black
structure,
women.
we are definitely a target.
Missing black women is not spoken about, but it happens on a daily.
That's because a lot of
Black
people want to be
women.
black, so they have to replace the black woman to be
You
black.
can't replace us.
can't.
Exactly.
We're irreplaceable.
That's the point.
Like, even in our skin,
Yeah.
our skin can take a lot.
Oh, it sure can.
You feel me?
Definitely
Like,
can
it can take a lot. You feel me? But I just say that, like, black men, I love y'all. you. All right, baby, split it 50-50. Just as long as you're there for your kids, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You get a white woman, I want everything.
She
I
didn't
want
even help you get it.
everything.
She did not help you get it. The black
She
woman
didn't help
helped
you
you.
get nothing. Nothing.
But see, that's that system.
It is
But
a
it's
system.
the system. And that's what it all boils down to.
And that
People just
system,
don't understand that.
right?
Yeah.
It's not
And
us.
I wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for this black man. He's
Oh.
educated me on so much. I was dumb.
Such a crybaby.
I was dumb growing up, like seriously, because I was looking for love within my black men. I've never really dated outside my race other than Mexicans, but they consider black.
They really are.
I consider black.
They know how to season their food. So.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I love my black men. So it's not like I would ever turn my back on a black man because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here
Right.
ever. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for black men, I don't think I would be as strong as I am today.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes,
So
that part.
I just feel like y'all motherfuckers need to get it together. Because once we get it together, it's no telling what we can do. Just based off our rights,
Yeah.
our roots, where we came from, what was took from us. We deserve all of that and then some without having to struggle. And without having to see our black men dying just to provide for their families, having to rob banks or, you know what I'm saying, rob people or, you know what I'm saying, working really hard in these minefields for years and not seeing their money and they dying and giving us nothing.
Yeah.
Other than he was a strong black man who worked for his family. That's it.
Okay.
All right, girl.
I ain't that you gonna say nothing. That's what she threw me through a loop.
That crowd.
I'm gonna.
Let you say.
I'm just gonna piggyback off of one thing that she said, and then I'm gonna close out if no one has anything else to say, because I just want to emphasize on when she stated that her father wasn't in her life. There's a lot of black women that don't have fathers, and your father is your first love. He is the one that's supposed to show you how to be treated. He's supposed to make you feel like royalty. He's supposed to tell you what you're not going to tolerate from a man. This is how you're supposed to be treated. And when he's not there, you accept everything that you're not supposed to, because you're listening to your mother, who cannot be that man. She has to go by what she knows as a woman. So with all
And that's what being dominant to your man. Being that person for your man.
Yeah.
That's what we really grew up on.
Yeah.
Being there for your man. Being independent, yeah, that's the thing, but at the end of the day, guess what? You have to be there for your man.
Exactly.
Strong black man.
There you go.
Not you
Black
bums who just think y'all can get over on us females, because there's a lot of smart of us out here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the dumb and naive ones out here.
We're not looking for no F-boys.
Can't get me. Tell you that. Can't get me no more.
All right. Y'all good?
Good.
We good. Y'all, it's already been like 40 minutes, so listen. I am going to definitely do a part 2 if you guys request it, because I know we can go into this a lot deeper.
Yeah,
we can pick
definitely.
apart so much, but this was just like amazing, just to give y'all just a brief of everybody's input, lifestyle, and things like that. So again, I want you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your feedback, please, because I really want to know what you guys think about this. I know this is a tough topic for some, but somebody got to talk about it.
I just want to throw that out there. I'm not racist. I just love black on black. You feel me? Light skin, brown skin, dark skin, whatever. Just black on black. Love it. But I'm not racist. Not racist.
All
Tag me
right.
on my Instagram. Weirdos out there.
So with that being said, we're going to holler at y'all later. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a great day. Peace.